Hi everyone, how are you doing? This is sjsrana, Surinderjit Singh Rana reporting from my home location. This is the snap of my hometown, and I'm reporting on various issues. This is on 15th of December 2021, time about 14 hours UTC. So a lot of issues, a lot of things which we got to discuss. What an explosive weekend and what the month has been throughout November and December, because for at least 2 months I haven't put any content on YouTube. So let's first hear. So we see very eventful things happening now. 380 million US dollars awarded or settlement given to the gymnastics who were basically sexually abused by Larry Nassar, and this has been phenomenal or historical event where the US Justice Department has come forward to a settlement with these victims who were some of them minors and some of the other women. Almost over 260 females have come forward to accuse Nassar about the sexual abuse. Apart from that, we see mass killings in India, which happened last week, where the area of Nagaland had almost about more than 15 innocents who were basically gunned down by India security forces. And that has been ongoing protest since, because they want to have the army, the India government withdraw the AFSPA. It's a draconian law which allows the security forces to basically gun down or basically do the things they want to do, which is like a dictatorship. So folks, very tragic events. After that, we saw the crash of Indian plane carrying almost 13 military personnel, apart from the directly related personnel of the military chief, which was having CDS, which is Chief Defense Officer of the military of India. And the crash occurred in the South India region of Tamil Nadu. And this was a very eventful situation because still the government has not been able to answer how the crash occurred or what happened or what transpired. So this happens to be some investigation which needs to be dig in. The crash obviously had the long-lasting imprint, or you can say the impact on the Indian military and the Indian government, how they are operating these planes, or what's going on with the Mi-17V5 chopper. And there has not been any update from India government or how things happen. And we see surveillance video, we see other intelligence reports, but this seems to be there seems to be no communication from their side exactly how it happened. But to my understanding, it was all due to a communication issues. This is something to do with the communication, where they had some issues with the communication. See, this is what happens, or you can call it the karma, because the recently Indian Army earned the bad name. And so anyways, moving on, folks, this is December 10th, time about, you can see 22 hours 01 UTC. India time IST, which is 22 hours 01 IST. Now what you're seeing is basically my CCTV camera capturing a shenanigan who is trying to throw a stone at my house. And this was very tragic event which occurred. And this shenanigan who was, you can see, was throwing the stone, pelting stone, happened to be an event which occurred about 15-20 minutes prior to this event. So this shenanigan, this guy who you're seeing in the screen pelting stone, and basically I had my windows broken by this pelting. Prior to that, this guy was found trespassing to my property. My house happens to be a corner house, and it is 1493, as you know, phase 3B2, SAS Nagar Mohali. This guy was found basically urinating in the property of my house. When I caught him, I had some altercation with him, and upon that there was some sort of you can say an altercation, and this guy was taken up by me in a serious manner, because where I was trying to urinate in the property was also towards my revered you can say a holy place known as the Guru Granth Sahib holy book, which is I'm having. I do my spiritual recitation over there, and he was doing just opposite to that, and that too in my property. and the time he was doing that urination was at about 9:30 evening hours, night hours. So obviously this is a lot of questions were on him as to why and how come he was doing a urination there. And this happens to be another event why he was basically doing it in front of the house where I have this holy scripture and everything going on. Well, that's one thing, but the thing is how this guy is residing in the neighborhood. That's the most laughable situation. This shenanigan is from my neighborhood in 3B2. So this is the bizarre situation here. You call it a hate crime, you call it like he's maybe a drunkard or he's, I don't know. But it seems to be at the time when I was talking to him, he seems to be drunkard. He seems to be intoxicated. And at that time I thought maybe he's unaware what he's doing. When I asked him to move away, he said, no, I'm going to urinate here. And I say, I mean, how come, are you insane? Then we had an altercation and then I had to take him. And immediately I had to report to the cops, the local cops of SAS Nagar Mohali. So I called this number, which is 100. You can call it like 911 of India. They also call it 112 number, which you dial directly from your phone. So I had it dialed at about 9:40 p.m. IST, Indian Standard Time, which is on December 10th night. And intervening night, this reference number 809453 was recorded by the local police, and I received this SMS. So I'm just giving some reference here that, the whole time I was just occupied at that day, the night, what was going around my house in my neighborhood. And what happened is this guy was seemingly, I was unaware at that time, he is residing in the neighborhood. And I asked him, like, why is he standing here? Why is he, urinating in the, trespassing in the house? Then he had no answer and he was just being belligerent. So at that time, when all the altercation happened, basically I shut the doors, came back in, and then this guy was basically shattering my windows and he was knocking hard on my back door. I have two door entry to my house, the front gate which you are seeing here, and then there is a back gate, which is a black gate at the back. And at that black gate, this guy was basically pelting stones, and also he was basically with some stick he had in his hand. He was trying to drumbeat on it, and that was annoying. And I asked him multiple times that you leave the property, you are trespassing, you're already in the property. You're not supposed to do that. You first did the urination, then I had to tackle you, then you're doing all this sort of insane nonsense thing. And at that time, upon the intervention, the cops were called, you can see. And upon my request to handle this guy because he was pelting stones and he was already shattering the windows of the house. So cops did come in time, and they had to have him stop what he was doing. And upon seeing the cops, he basically took some shelter. But then again, I called the cops. I was trying to explain what was going on, and cops quickly realized that this guy, perhaps he's not aware the situation, and what he's doing is totally unlawful. Trespassing into house, urinating, that's also unlawful activity, because urination itself, anywhere you do it, anywhere you find a person urinating in public place, open place, is a fine, at least in SAS Nagar Mohali, India also. Apart from that, you're urinating in a property of some other person, so it's trespassing, number 2. Then you are basically having an altercation and trying to fight over it. Then after that, you're pelting stones and basically threatening people who are residing at home. So you can see all the time I was inside the house. I did not come out, because if I would have come out, then who knows what could have been the events, because I could have tackled this guy very easily, So, but I just wanted to stay calm because he was doing all such sort of insane thing, perhaps under the influence of alcohol or intoxication. That's how things would happen in such a scale and so quickly. But anyways, he called his family member. That was surprising, and perhaps some of his family members were also participating in pelting stone. And I saw a wife, perhaps his wife also, knocking on the gate and basically smashing the gate, sort of just to let it open. It's sort of a trespassing thing. If they would have gotten it, they would have basically done anything to me. I don't know. But anyways, because I didn't want to engage myself in such a manner because it is such derogatory. So anyways, the cops came in and they realized that this guy is doing all illegal and unlawful activity, and they had to tackle him. Then a lot of other guys from a neighborhood came around, and we had a talk for about 10 minutes, like what he did and what they realized that he was basically doing all unlawful activity here and trying to disharmonize the community. Because see guys, I'm living inside my house, I really don't know what's going around, and at times when I come out and I see people or someone trespassing into my property, I've seen it 1 or 2 times earlier also. People do trespass. There is some other reason going around here because of some attraction to the house, and obviously because I'm a human rights activist. Apart from that, there's hate crime from other people because I'm a citizen journalist. I'm always trying to report the truth. So there's a lot of hate crimes against me. And I don't know, for some reason, this has been ongoing for at least 4 or 5 years, ever since I returned from North America in 2010, because I was working in US and then I was working in Canada with blue chip companies, So I returned in 2010 to India, and thereafter I found these things happening. So anyways, you can see this clip, another CCTV. I'm just trying to share with you that I had to have the repairs 2 days after, because this guy then apologized in front of everyone, including cops, and the ticket or the reference or the police complaint, I had to just close it because but anyways, I didn't ask him any financial or any other assistance. I said I'm going to do it on my own because I don't want to have any money from you, because you've already done so much of damage. I just want to forgive and forget. That's how I move on with things, because people do have some sort of remnants of hate crime. They have some sort of indulgence into bad karma. See folks, this is all about karma. They are building the bad karma and they're going to repay someday. But I don't want to carry forward any karma. That's how I'm just going to forgive and forget things. So I had this windows repaired. You can see all the shattered glasses. So he had really hard stone, big bricks, you can say, thrown at my house. Basically, it is, you can say, an attempt to murder also. You can definitely call it by the event. And I was fortunate because I was at the terrace at that time watching his event and just trying to see what is going on. But I was very worried for my, senior citizen parents who were residing just there next to this location, because that's the room where they were residing, and I was just very worried that if somehow stones or the shattered glasses pieces which do fall happens to hurt them, what's going to happen? Because it was obviously the way he was pelting stone was attempt to murder, and he seems to be participating in it. It's not that guy alone, because all this altercation with that guy alone. So anyways, all these broken glasses, all this were repaired the next day by these repair guys, you can see, and they came, they are glass repair guys. So very strange events happen here, folks. I just can't explain, the hate crimes, or you call it some shenanigans, or you call it intoxicated people. So this is the reference number which I had for that day. This is SMS, you can say, my police record, which basically puts a message to you on your phone. And this is what I got. Reference number 809453, dated December 10th, 2021. So folks, a lot of other events. So we move on with the 7.4 magnitude earthquake at Indonesia, which really shattered buildings, and a lot of glasses were shattered. Obviously, I don't know, it just happened the next day, so it could be like you can say the whole karma building on the earth. It just happened. When I have these sort of events coming on to me, the earth shakes. I have noticed it every time, folks. I'm just trying to tell you, it happens instantly across the globe. I know some things are there which I can explain to you, and this is, you call it some, you can call it some, phenomena, or you can call it some paranormal things. Anyways, so this was very tragic, but what we saw from this Indonesia earthquake was no loss of life, which is a good thing. Only buildings were shedding, the glasses were shattered, the buildings came down. That's all. Some property damage was reported here, but nothing major on the life, which was lost. So this is a good indication that this earthquake did occur, but it saved the lives. So moving on from this earthquake, I just have those things which you saw earlier. the hate crimes, you call it, or shenanigans, doing sort of attacking at my home or property, or trespassing into my property, all these events occurring. I'm just getting tired now and fed up, because it's occurring very often. A lot of things I'm not engaging because I'm ignoring. So folks, I just want to tell you, I'm going to move away from this house. I'm going to sell it, and this is the location you can see from the front. It's a corner house, 268 square yards, and you can see I have this property here. Been living here since I returned from North America since 2010, and now I'm selling it, and it's something which I have to move on, because over here it seems to be like, pressure is building up. You never know which shenanigan is going to attack you, and it's obviously thanks to the cops which came and intervened, but who knows what would have happened in the event which you saw earlier on December 10th, intervening night at about 9:30, 9:40 p.m. IST Standard Time. And this is the backyard. You can call it a kitchen garden, getting cleaned up because I have a lot of trees here and a lot of side trees, and it's a side garden I have, and a lot of cleaning efforts going on because it's been winters now, and the fall has put all the leaves down on the ground. So this is side garden I have. It's about 150 square yards. The house is 268 square yards, and it's situated at a very posh colony in SAS Nagar. It's a city in Chandigarh, which is 150 miles north of New Delhi. Folks, it's a very renowned city. It's a very clean city, and I have a lot of trees planted all across my house because I want to generate oxygen.
This is the whole cleaning.
It has been the theme. So folks, this is the details on my house, which is basically, it's in my mother's name, and this is the location. You can see night view, and basically I have all information on my WordPress site, which is onewordpress.wordpress.com. And also you can see this details are available from the government provided site Gamada, which is the development authority here, which is giving all the details as to what the house is and what's this all about. And this can always be checked from this link which I provided in my onewordpress.wordpress.com, and it's there to see. Also there is the link towards the pricing I'm putting on, which is using some third-party site 99acres.com, which is also provided here. So you can always click, and in case you're interested, you let me know. Leave a message, call, message, or WhatsApp, whatever you feel good. Okay folks, I take leave now.